This generation have only known the rule of one man. Now they'll use their first vote to try and remove him. Hoping to end 2 decades under firebrand populist President Erdogan, they place their faith in the softly spoken bureaucrat Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu.
Why is the younger generation uniting around Kılıçdaroğlu?
He's representing us, like not the older generation or something. The younger generation is here, and he's like the only one can see that.
More than 6 million first-time voters are expected to cast ballots on Sunday. Their vote could prove decisive in this closely fought race. He is our hope for freedom, the sign reads. Kılıçdaroğlu has promised to steer the country away from what he says is authoritarian rule, returning it to parliamentary democracy.
Erdogan started stealing so much, the only ones filling their bellies are those in his close circle. We want a president that looks after us, that's full of love, not hate.
In contrast to Erdogan's 1,000-room palace, Kılıçdaroğlu addresses the nation from his kitchen table. Here he talks about the price of basic groceries. The economy is the #1 issue on people's minds.
People get up.
It keeps Nevzat up at night. His farms produce fruit destined for European supermarkets, but a volatile economy makes running a business tough. Many hold Erdogan's unorthodox economic policies responsible for the collapse of the Turkish lira and sending inflation soaring, hitting 85% last year.
Honestly speaking, he did good in the beginning. I mean, the economy got bigger, more stable. It was good, but the work did not kept on going.
For his employees, the cost of living makes it hard to afford even basic goods. The price of the fruit they're packing has at times increased by up to 230%.
Every day the prices are changing for everything, for the food that you eat, for the drinks that you drink. There's no middle class anymore, as I see. The low class is struggling very much because the salaries, the minimum wage, for example, is not enough.
Days before the election, Erdogan announced he'll increase public workers' salaries by 45%. It's these kinds of populist policies that mean despite a failing economy, he is still hugely popular. His campaign videos portray him as the protector of the country, investing in large-scale defence projects, alongside showcasing Turkish-made goods, including the country's first electric car.
He's still the person to carry the economy forward, extracting natural gas, producing the electric car and planes. He ended our dependence on foreign finance.
After 20 years of rule, Erdogan has tightened his grip on this country, centralising power around his office and filling the country's institutions with his loyalists. If anyone dares to question him, they often end up in jail.
If an ox enters a barn, it doesn't make an ox become a king, but it makes the palace turn into a barn.
This apparent insult to the president landed talk show host Sedef Kabash with a 2.5-year prison sentence. 90% of the media here is controlled by the government. The few shows that aren't, like Sedef's, are often taken off air.
They're afraid the power of public. They're afraid the power of democracy. They're afraid the power of free speech. They're afraid the truth.
The truth is that Turkey is highly polarised. This election could not be closer, and which way it falls will define this country's future.